Previously, we talked about setting classroom rules and how to be super, super clear and explicit with those. Next, we're going to talk about using logical consequences. Now, this is something that I feel really, really strongly about, especially in the elementary classroom, and I think it's mostly because we don't always implement a logical consequence. So here's my philosophy of classroom management. Classroom management should make our lives easier and make our classroom run smoothly, but it should also set students up for the real world. So in real life, if I speed, I might get a speeding ticket. That is a logical consequence. If I'm speeding and somebody says, now you can't have dessert, this doesn't really make sense. It might be effective, but it doesn't make sense for the rule that I've broken. The rule is you have to go 35 miles an hour, and if not, you're gonna pay the fine. So, why don't we implement this in the classroom as well? We're very quick to say, you didn't use those paints the right way, now you lose recess. But does that make sense? Can our students really connect those two things together? My feeling is no. It might be effective and it makes them sad to miss recess, but is the purpose of a consequence really to make a student feel sad, or is it to change the behavior? So here are the three philosophies behind logical consequences. The first one is, if you break it, you fix it. So what this means is, whether it's intentional or unintentional, if you break something, you have to fix it. If you can't fix it, you have to buy a new one or provide a new one. So for an example, if a student spills water, they didn't break the water, but they spilled it all over the place. Great, now you have to clean it up. You break it, you fix it. Or let's say a student drops a chalk pastel on the floor and somebody steps on it, and now it is literally all over the classroom. Have you been there before? So what do? You have to fix it. You have to clean it up. I'm so sorry that's going to take the rest of your class time, but now you have to clean it up. So this is a logical consequence. When something is broken, the student will fix it. The next one is a loss of privileges. So if a student is misusing paints, they're crunching their brush and everything, well, now you can't use paints and you have to use these old broken crayons that I found at the bottom of a barrel. So this is a loss of privileges. They can't use this nice, fun art material. Or let's say, for example, the student refuses to put the caps on the markers. We were very explicit with this rule and what it looks like. Well, markers are done for today. What's important is that you don't take away privileges indefinitely. We always want to give students another opportunity to practice and to make it right. So we might take away those privileges for today, but they can earn those back. Another one of my favorite examples is, let's say a student asks you to go to the bathroom. Sure thing. They come back, they're out of breath, they're red in the face, they've been running, they're laughing, and you can tell that they just probably went on a romp around the school. Well, sorry, now you can't go to the bathroom during my class anymore. Or if you're gonna go, you need an adult to go with you because you've shown me that you're not able to do that. It's a loss of privileges. This makes sense. The last one is to take a break. Now, we're gonna talk a little bit more about what it means to take a break, but this is a consequence when a student is showing that they're out of control. They need a chance to calm down. This is not necessarily a punishment, but it's something that needs to happen so that the student can learn to self-regulate. So let's say that I'm going through a demonstration or I'm reading a book or something and the student is calling out, they're interrupting. I'm gonna look at them and say, take a break. Done. You can't be a part of our group right now because you're showing me you're not able to be. So these are the three kind of categories of logical consequences. As a sidebar, I think it's really important for students to understand that hurting people or hurting people's feelings is a whole different thing. We start to train students to, when they hurt somebody's feelings, tell them I'm sorry. Say you're sorry, and the student says, I'm sorry. And we teach the other student to say, it's okay. But what I like to teach my students is that sometimes it's not okay. If my feelings are hurt, I don't have to tell you it's okay. And it's okay for other students to say, I don't want to sit with you right now. I don't want to play with you right now because what you did hurt my feelings. So it's really important that we also teach our students that It's not always the outcome that we want. If we hurt somebody's feelings and we say that we're sorry, sometimes we can't go back from that. And that's a real world application that students will see once they leave the classroom. So it's important that we approach situations like that slightly differently, coaching our other students to set boundaries and all of our students to have a little bit more self-regulation. In the next video, we're going to get a little bit deeper into what it means to implement a proactive and positive timeout.